Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. My name is Materia Master 10 and welcome back to another video. So last time we explored the Fungal Wastes a little bit, but we mostly explored Green Path and the Fog Canyon, which is down in this area, center of the screen. We got the Queen Station open, and we're heading into the Fungal Waste to try and figure out what's all here and figure out what those creatures were Cornifer talked about. So they were slim creatures that seemed intelligent. Maybe it's Hornet again. Kinda sucked to run into her so quick again. After what happened last time, you know? But it is what it is. Yep, that's right. There's this. Jump up here. So up here, you're gonna want to be extremely careful. These guys will hit you each for 2 points of damage. So you need to get in and get out. And it gives you a hollow nest seal, which we'll figure out what those are for later, I suppose. I mean, how many of them do we have? We just have one, so. Oh, okay. Those can hit you through the floor, so be careful. Wow, there's a lot of levers in this area that you just can't get to. Oh, Lord. I'm yawning an awful lot, you know? Wow! Ow. That's what I get for making fun of these guys. You only take a few hits, they'll roll at you, they'll jump on cue, apparently. No, they do not explode though, so you don't have to worry about that, thankfully. I want to know what paths Cornifer takes through these areas. If he takes the same path as me, how does he not, like, start fights and stuff? I don't know. Maybe he's just better than I am. Aha! Awesome. That's one of those up. That'll make life a little bit easier. Won't have to backtrack as far. Oh. Well, that seat wasn't that far away. Awesome. So the trick is just get one of them down. When they start bashing their head, get away from them, because they outrange you. And then make sure you avoid those puddles on the floor, because they can still damage you when they're just out and about. Charm Notch, which are the things that allow us to have more charms. So, you know, I have 4. So we can throw on this if we wanted, or the Fury of the Fallen. It's up to you what you do. Find out what works best for you. I usually don't have a problem with these kinds of things, so I usually just stick with the 2 that I have equipped right now, and in a little bit I'll equip something different. Oh. Here we have someone. Don't try to sneak past me. I can smell you. Do you collect a lot of Geo? Give me Geo and you can see something nice. Sure. Let me show you. Take a look. Do you want them? If you really, really want them, I'll trade them for more Geo. More Geo! So here we go. Here are the fragile charms I was talking about before. They each do what they say they will. Fragile Heart gives you more health. Fragile Greed increases the amount of Geo you find. And Fragile Strength increases the amount of damage you do. The downside to all of these, and why they have the fragile term, is that when you die, when you're holding them, they break, and you have to come back here to get them repaired. I sometimes use them, I sometimes don't. When it comes to late game, or mid game I should say, I usually just use the Fragile Greed, because more Geo is nice. Now, about them breaking, they only break when you have them equipped. So, if they're in your inventory but not equipped, they don't break. But if you equip it, like if I equip it now and I die, it'll break. I usually use the Greed only. I think there's like one instance where I use Fragile Heart for something, and it's literally like one-time use, and then I never used it again. It definitely can be useful though. I'm not saying that it's useless, I'm saying I don't use it much, because this game is very difficult, and being able to take 1 or 2 more hits, because Fragile Health gives you 2 extra hit points, masks, whatever you want to call them. So it's useful. The only problem is it takes up 2 notches, and it's just more to worry about. But that's my opinion. Obviously, my opinion could be flawed, as it's an opinion, and there could be nice facts that are like, yeah, that's not how it works. So here's how it makes things better. Oh, shaky floor. Can't do anything about that yet. That's unfortunate. We'll have to come back later when we figure out a way to cure shaky floors. So back down we go. This keeps pointing towards, like, oh, it looks like a town. It looks like a whole bunch of houses or something. That's how I'm interpreting that sign, but I mean, who knows? I remember my first playthrough, I was really confused on what those were. I wasn't sure if it was like a collective group that I was rushing towards and going to be killed by, but it's definitely interesting to have to figure out what the hell some of these signs are trying to get across. Like the bank sign, I never would have guessed bank from that sign, you know? Maybe it's just because these things can kill themselves with their own explosions, so keep that in mind, but usually it's not worth it to try and make them. Just run and call it good. Is this a... Yes, this is. We remember the Elder. It's a grave. You'll have to keep these in mind for later. There's quite a few of these scattered around the place. They're different graves representing different people, and they're definitely useful later, so. Oh yeah, that's right. Aha! Tiny steps of a tiny creature. You got the look of an adventurer, so we've much in common. Searching for dangerous places, eh? Well, you're on the right track. A long-necked critter warned me of the tribe deeper down. Warrior sorts, so she says, and I'm itching for some serious combat. This character's pretty cool. Cloth. I think she's one of my more favorite designed characters. Oh yeah, that's right. Gosh darn it. Boom. Yeah, sometimes not always the closest option is the right option for platforming. Just so you know. But this stuff is really cool. Just how this area is designed. It's one of my favorites for its look and like gameplay, but not like my all-time favorite, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. Cause like it's super cool, but oh, this is just where I came from. Sorry, Cloth, it's just me again. I believe she's supposed to be a cicada. So yep. I forgot there's no floor. Boom. Dang it. I tried. Oh, Hornet. Gosh darn it. Let's go. Let's fight. Are you serious? And I can't get... Darn characters always using their overpoweredness against me. How dare they? Gosh darn it. They take 3 hits. There we go. If you hit upwards and you're hitting something, you won't recoil at all. So just keep that in mind if you're ever trying to avoid recoil. Yeah, let's go up here. Nope, I hear grub. There he be. Yeah, I'm here, buddy. Woo. Go home, be free. Alright. That's another one of my favorite designs for a character that doesn't even talk, is the grub. They're so cute, they're adorable, and my friend who showed me this game, his ringtone was actually the grub being freed, and it was one of the funniest things was just to hear it go off when nobody was expecting it, and just hear that, and everybody just pauses and looks at him, trying to figure out what just happened until it all clicks. It was a lot of fun. He also like completely showed me up one time because I was playing this game, taking on one of the later bosses, and I had played this on my Switch, as I am now, and we were over at his place and he was playing it on his PlayStation something. I forget which PlayStation he had probably a 4 if I had to guess, but anyway, so he was playing and I was playing, and so we took on the same boss, and he just destroyed that boss while I was struggling with it, and it was really entertaining. Yep, that's what I want. Alright, Sorry to anybody I just startled, sort of. Up we go. Mask shard. Woohoo. Whoop whoop. Nope. Go me. Professional game player over here, folks. Alright, last time we were traversing the Fungal Wastes and trying to find that one tribe that Cornifer had warned us about, saying that they're rather intelligent seeming, but potentially violent. So we're trying to find them so that we can figure out a way forward where Hornet ran off to. Because currently we do not have the materials or abilities to go that way. I believe we opened up, yep, we opened this up in the last episode, just before I had to go. Or last part? Whatever. Did I go up there? Yeah, I did. Probably. Woo! Let us see. So, downward. Ah, yes, these guys. Ooh. Oh. Well, these guys seem skinny and tall, kind of like how Cornifer was describing. Ow! Okay. Yeah, so these guys are pretty vicious. Let's see, what are they called? Oh, those guys. Okay, sorry. Mantis. So we have mantises. Manti? Mantises. Mantis sizes. So this is how I usually fight them. Is I'll get in, hit them, and get out. And ooh. Ah. Ow. Wow, I almost died from that. That's kind of embarrassing, because those guys are definitely a lot easier than some of the other guys we've come across. Oh. Ah! I'll read you in a second. Okay. Wanderers seeking death. Welcome. May you find swift end upon our claws. Yeah, so they're not the friendliest of folk. Ow. Ow! That's not fair. No, so, yeah, they're vicious, honestly. I remember having a lot of trouble with these guys my first playthrough. It was not nice, honestly, because it felt like there was nothing I could do to level the playing field. And like I said, I'm not good at games. I can get okay, but never like top tier. And it always felt like these guys were just too powerful. Oh. Oh, there's a chair this way. Fascinating. Oh. So you can do that for a little bit, but they'll eventually learn and they'll start attacking you from below. So we are in unmarked territory now. There we go. Yeah. I could definitely have practiced against these guys a little bit more, but it's hard to practice strategies on once you have everything, because just of how much the combat changes by the time you have all your abilities. It's Really cool, honestly. Oh. He dissolved. Huh? There we go. There's that bench that we were just... that the signs were leading us to. Nothing this way. Alright. Let us see. Oh, there's someone there. She looks to be infected just the same way that shopkeeper was. Is there any way to get to her? Huh. Doesn't seem like it. Oh. Dashmaster. This was one of my favorite charms on my first playthrough. The likeness of an eccentric bug known only as the Dashmaster. The bear will be able to dash more often as well as dash downwards, perfect for those who want to move around as quickly as possible. I like it, but it's not as useful as previous me would have thought. Because I thought it was going to be like super powerful, super useful, especially that dash downwards. I thought I'd be able to use it to like avoid like getting hit in fights and such. It's not that useful, at least not in my hands. You can still only dash once in air before you attack something or land, but you can dash a lot. Honestly, it's probably what got me killed so much on my first playthrough. I'll do that for now, though. Yeah, comparatively, here's me spamming dash, so it's probably like twice as fast. Or the cooldowns, twice as fast, half the time, however you want to phrase that. Something I didn't notice when I first played this game, but when you deal damage to the Mantis, notice how their damage bubbles aren't orange, and when they explode into white. This is because they're not infected with whatever is affecting those bugs elsewhere. You know? Ow. So, it is good attention to detail. Alright. So I believe this way, yeah, is the way forward. Welcome to the Mantis Village. A lovely little town ruled by the Mantis. Nah. Like I said, when I first played through, I died so much here. Because I was just really no good at the game, if I'm being honest. But yet somehow I managed to beat it without too much trouble. Ah. So you gotta track all the way back to here after opening that gate, because there's no way to get up from over there. But that's okay. Oops, still nothing. Right here. Alright, awesome. And here we go. Taken the Mantis Claw. Press B while sliding against a wall to jump again. Jump from wall to wall to reach new areas. Sorry. Got a little hiccup there. So as you can see, you can jump against the wall. When you're jumping up against the wall and you just hold in that direction, you can go right back against that wall without having to like go the opposite direction on the control stick or D-pad or whatever you use. So it is really nice. You get your frame perfect wall kicks every time. Gosh, I shouldn't have said that. It's really nice, all the stuff that they did with that. So when you're sliding down the wall, if you dash, you just kick right off the wall. There's no like fancy schmancy control stuff about it. I mean, it is kind of fancy schmancy, but it's not like 400 button inputs in order to get to the one thing. So, this lever's shaking the whole room and not just a little bit. So maybe that did more like open up this area below us. Are you serious? Go me. You know how I said I recently played through this? I did, I swear. Alright. When you're bouncing around like this, just keep in mind how each wall is, because if a wall has like something on it, it can sometimes get in the way and make it not possible to jump off of it. So like in this corner, how it's curved, if you see other curved parts on a wall, you might not be able to jump off of it. This is more apparent in other parts of the Fungal Wastes, and I'll be sure to show it off when I see something like it. Because it can be hard to visualize if you're not like looking out for it the way I'm telling you to. Ow. Okay. You can hit through the ground. I recommend doing that when you can, as it makes cheap damage easy, and you won't feel too bad about it, because these guys will give you hell. Yeah. This is one of the coolest things in my opinion. Just with like how it's all set up and everything. And then there's this down here. Challenge. Oh. Really? You can't just let me through? Alright, so before I take this on, this is a very difficult boss fight. I will try my best to take it on now. And hopefully I'll be able to do this like I did on my own playthrough. These guys are very difficult. No shame if you can't beat them yet. My first playthrough, I think I had literally every power-up before I beat these guys. Alright, so just keep that in mind. If you get frustrated with the boss, take a break, move on with the game. You'll get power-ups that make this easier. Alright? Here's my attempt, and right now I'm going to give you just the rundown of it. Be careful, take your time, be patient. The Mantis Lords. Oop. Go for single hits and be patient. Get chip damage where you can, but never put yourself in unnecessary danger. Keep in mind that if they're aiming high when they throw this, it'll go over your head, but you'll have to jump over it on the way back. But if they go the other way and sweep under you with that disc attack, you'll be able to get a heal in. See, that one's low. I'd be able to heal right now. It's happening again. And it's all about where they're placed on the wall. Use your dash when you need to. See, he's a little bit higher up on this wall, so he's lower. The attack from above is only slightly homing, so don't panic. Just walk out of the way, or you can dash if need be. Going under. You do not have to get the damage in by jumping over them. Feel free to just jump over them. The battle's going to take a little bit longer, but there's no shame in that. Alright? Go for survivability, not for dealing all the damage. Alright, one down. Now, it gets way harder. Ah, see? Here, you'll be able to heal in the center, and those shouldn't hit you. I believe they still can, but it's kind of like a specific setup if they do or don't. But I believe they only don't hit you if you're healing, because your hitbox gets a little bit smaller when you're trying to heal. That was close. That was really close. Alright. This music is awesome though. Oh, shoot. Only go for one heal. I forgot my own strategy. I could have healed there. That's okay. Don't panic. That panicking is going to be your worst enemy. Because you'll panic, you'll basically not be able to recover. So just stay calm, get in easy damage when you can. Don't worry about going for big damage. Oh, you can just stand in the middle. Ah, that's right. Hitbox is overlapping. Always try to stay towards the center, so if they do come down at you, you can dodge to the side. Alright, one down. Both down. That's all three of them. Oh my gosh. First try. That was terrifying. I usually don't manage that. And we just got the achievement, respect. This takes us to an area that will be something to keep in mind for later. But, yeah, there's a mask fragment up there that I don't believe we can get yet. Just due to how everything is, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, that's right. This is my favorite Cornifer location, because he's just terrified. Unless you're well prepared, I'd urge you to leave. Though if you're feeling strong enough to descend, would you like to buy my map? Notice how cheap it is? Because this is all there is. In my own playthrough, I didn't venture far enough into this to see him there. Because I remember this area being very difficult. And so I came in just a little bit and called it good, so that it'd at least show up on the map, but I didn't realize that's where you get the map. Yep. So, you can do some adventuring here. I'm not going to, just for the simple fact of it's a very, very difficult area, especially if you're not well equipped, and I am not well equipped. So, because of our victory here, though, there's a room I didn't show off. I'm pretty sure I didn't show it off because I'm bad at this. Now they'll bow to us as we have their respect. And guess what that means for everything else? Here we go. They don't attack us. Even the... I was gonna call them lanky boys. The larva. The warriors? Is that what they're called? They'll bow to us. So they're showing us respect, which means we won. So before this guy would... Oh, shoot. Yeah, they'll still attack if you attack them. But this guy would hit this lever up here. Oh, we can't hit it, for example. And he would close off the area to you. I'll seal. And what's over here? Money! Most bosses give you a pretty large sum of money when you beat them. That's not completely true, I suppose. There are some bosses that don't give you any, but usually there's a chest that gives you some amount of money. Mark of Pride. This is, hands down, in my opinion, one of the best charms you can get. So, Mark of Pride, it's a 3-notch charm, so unfortunately we can't use it quite yet. But, that's okay, because I'm going to show it off in the next video. This was a little bit longer for a part 2 than I really intended for that other video, but now you guys can't complain that I don't make it up quick. So, I'm going to go rest in that seat back there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you liked the video, smack that like button. If you enjoy my content, subscribing would mean a lot. Till the next video, see you guys then.